After 3 years as television's most romantic beast,
You are, Reach.
actor Ron Perlman is impressing audiences with a powerful performance on Broadway in A Few Good Men, which is a super show. And they've got almost a brand new cast in there now. Timothy Busfield from 30-something, and now Ron Perlman from The Beauty and the Beast. Really, if you come to New York, it's something you ought to see. And here he is, Mr. Ron Perlman. Hi, Ron.
Hello.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Have a seat, big guy. I saw this play and I told Kathy I was really impressed by it. We talked a lot about it, and I think it's just a terrific career move for you, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, you know? And a great way to spend the summer.
Great way to spend the summer.
Probably the least amount of makeup you've ever had to put on, though, isn't it? When I read about your credits, you've had some horrendous situations, and all of a sudden you get to go with the crew cut and nothing else, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in and out of the shower. Lots to be said for this haircut.
That's right, absolutely.
The Marines knew what they were doing.
Are you having fun with it?
Oh, tremendous time. It's a great cast. It's a pleasure to be involved in something that's it's like, you know, if you were in baseball, it's what they would call the show, you know, to do a Broadway show.
But to go from Vincent, soft-spoken, romantic Vincent, to this guy who's a real terror.
Well, the odd thing about it is that there's no makeup on this guy at all, and yet he's twice the monster Vincent ever was.
That's right.
So.
Now, did you have to audition for this, Ron, or did they just call you, or?
This was out of the blue. I was minding my own business, puttering around the garden in Los Angeles, and the call came in, and they sounded serious. Please get here right away, and please do this. And I said, oh, absolutely.
So without even having read the script, you said, I'll be there.
The script met me at the airport in Los Angeles, and I read the script on the plane, and immediately started looking for my return ticket, because I was...
So difficult?
Well, I found it to be incredibly intimidating. I am probably the most unmilitaristic person I know.
Personally?
I have no concept of what it's like to be that regimented and that self-disciplined, and particularly this guy who is a star in the military, a lieutenant colonel on his way to the National Security Council. So this is an incredibly militaristic individual with a mindset that is so diametrically different from my own that I really had no feeling for the character.
You didn't like him, probably.
I discovered I had no feeling for the character after the ink was dry on the contract. So it made for a rather nauseating journey from Los Angeles to New York.
Yeah, but how fascinating for an actor to play something so diametrically opposed to what you really are.
It fit right into the profile of what it is that I look for in a role, but sort of overdoing it in a way. And I got to New York, and I took a taxi up to 45th Street, which is a street that I spent an awful lot of shoe leather on in my earlier years, because I grew up in this town.
Knocking on the doors and...
Pounding on the doors and pounding on the pavements. And a rush and a chill, you know, overcame me as I was walking down that street, realizing that I was finally going to be part of it. It was, and is, quite an exciting thing.
And what's new with Vincent? I understand he's going into syndication now. And
he never writes, he never calls.
He's going into rerun heaven.
3 years with the guy and leaves you just like that.
I think he's a little angry about the syndication deal they made. He hasn't gotten in touch with me once. He hasn't invited me down for a cruller or a cup of tea. Are
they going to make any new ones at all? Special here and there?
Not that I know of. I think that there's some talk of perhaps doing a feature film, which would be great.
Bringing the original Catherine back, or she's died, right? So that would be, doesn't matter, you can do anything you want these days.
It's fantasy. There's you know, the sky's the limit. But that would be wonderful. I always wanted to see that project done on the big screen, because it's got a great sweep to it, and a great expansive feeling to it. And television was...
a little confining.
A little confining.
Sure.
Disney's actually doing an animated version of Beauty and the Beast now.
Is that right?
That's right. We auditioned for it, didn't we?
We didn't get it, but we did audition.
And who was I again?
You were Beauty.
I was Beauty's father. Yeah.
Well, when you audition for a cartoon, do you have to bring your own paintbrush?
Funny guy.
He wasn't so big I'd hit him. So, Ron, we're a little pressed for time today.
Oh, good. I have nothing else to say.
You didn't bring a picture of your new baby?
I don't know what else to say.
When all else fails, bring out the pictures of the kids, you know?
Well, we wish you well, and
sure do.
we kind of share in that feeling. You know, that's really a once-in-a-lifetime feeling when you come back to the street where you auditioned and had so many dreams, and here you are, a Broadway star.
Well, thank you. It's
terrific.
And I just saw Cody backstage, and I'm going to go home and have a pep talk with my
Your son, I know. Can you believe that my son is bigger than his? I
thought my kid was big till I saw Cody.
How big was yours at birth?
9 pounds, 8 ounces, 21
Cody wasn't bigger than that, was
No, he was 8'15".
But he passed him. He
I don't
passed
know.
him on the freeway of life.
He'll catch up, no problem.
How big is Cody going to be?
Well, as of right now, he's 29 inches and 18 pounds, so he's...
29 inches?
He's
I'm
almost
only
as big as
32.
Obviously, they'll meet up with one another on the gridiron
And
one
I
day.
hope they'll be good friends.
I hope
Ron
so,
Perlman,
too.
everybody.
See you.
We'll be back with the Buzz. Right
Is he back from breakfast?
He's back from the Today Show in a moment.